Hi guys, it is, oh shit, I don't know what the hell time it is. It's late. I don't know, I can't even tell you what time it is oven standard because I'm not by the oven, doggone it. But I'm here. I'm Paul McVay. It's time for Wasted Lunch. Got on here a little bit late today. I was jaw-jacking on the phone for a long time. Talking to my C-store, who I have not talked to for some time. Let me straighten us up here a little bit there, guys. What's happening? Whew. It's Monday, and I'm very uncomfortable right now. Usually I'm shooting from my kitchen studio, but today I am not, because there is a lot of activity going on in my kitchen, so I'm not shooting from my kitchen. I got a pillow here. I am in the sunroom of my home right now, and sunroom is a very appropriate name for it. Although it is not sunny right now, it is very damn hot. Very hot. So, very hot, very humid, or at least in this room. So, like I said, normally I would be in the kitchen where it's nice and cool and air conditioned, but the kitchen has been taken over by, oh, damn, I dropped something here. My wife took over the kitchen. I can't shoot the show while she's in there jaw-jacking on the phone herself. So, what is in the corner of the screen there? What's up? What's happening? How we doing? Oh my gosh. So here I am sweating. I got my coffee, got my smoke, ready to talk with you on this lovely Monday. And I've got, what the hell is that? Some kind of flower thing back there. That's nice. What the hell? I got a birdhouse over here. There's my background decorations. So it's Monday. Start of the work week. How is it going, guys? I hope it is going fantastic. Oh my gosh. Today got off to a pretty good start for me. Done the things that I am supposed to have done by lunchtime. So I'm happy about that. I've already had way too much coffee today, so I'm feeling pretty zingy. Feeling zingy. I'm just going to be on here. Hopefully somebody will hop on, for crying out loud, hop on here and give me a holler, guys, and let's talk about something, all right? And until you do, I'm going to end up talking about something, even if it's about this thing. I don't even know what this thing is. You guys ever see one of these? I have not seen one of these until right now. It looks like it's welded together. Some sort of craft thing. I'm out in the middle of a bunch of craft things. Out in this room, I guess my wife has been doing some crafty work here. Got some homemade pillows, some fabric glue, little mirror bits. Look at that. Take a good look at yourself. Yeah. You got some beads or something? Hopefully I won't spill these. They look like mouse turds, don't they? Those are little tiny beads. Let's see. What's been going on with me, you say? Oh. Played a game last night. My son's been on me to play this video game with him for some time. My oldest son, Vinny. Not my oldest son is Patrick, but my oldest son in the house, Vincent, wanted me to play a video game, so I tried playing it, two-player version. Game called ARK. Interesting game. You start out as a caveman with nothing. Start out with nothing but a loincloth or something. Some weird thing stuck in your wrist. Looks pretty techno-y, even though this is a caveman game, or at at least you start out as a caveman. And you have to, pardon me, you have to gather resources to create things, tools and such, weapons, create a dwelling for yourself. You have to collect things like wood. And you start out with nothing but your hands. But you can go up and punch trees, boom, 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 and collect wood. I wouldn't want to try that in real life, but you can do it in the game. So you collect wood, stone, things like that, and you start off very primitive. You make a stone axe or spears. You can hunt game down for eating. And that's another thing about this game. Not only do you have to collect resources to build and make things, but you also have to stay alive. It's about survival. And survival in this game, it's kind of like in real life. You gotta have food. You gotta have water. Luckily, water is pretty abundant in the game. And the only thing you gotta do to take water in is jump in the damn water. Okay, there's ponds, rivers, I don't know, big lake. I guess it's not an ocean because you actually drink the water. You jump in the water, and there you are, refreshed in your water level. You got these symbols that represent different things on the screen. You got a symbol for whether or not you need water, whether or not you need food. You got a symbol for your stamina, because you can run in this game for certain amounts of time. You can be running. And then you get tired. Then you can't run anymore. Then you can just kind of walk. Okay. And so you've got to eat. You got to have water. And you get cold in this game. Okay. So building shelter is important. It's also important to protect yourself because there are animals running around. Some are docile and won't attack you unless you attack them. Others will straight up kill you when they see you, or try to. One of the animals that's in the game, one of the first ones I saw, was the dodo bird, which of course is now extinct, but most of the creatures I've seen in this game are extinct now. There's dinosaurs running around. I mean, this is set like way back. And as you gain experience, your character levels up. And as you level up, you gain more skills. Okay, so maybe you have the options at first to gain the skills of building a stone axe, or a stone pickaxe, or a spear. Then you level up again, and it opens up another branch of skills that you can choose from, which may involve different methods of building and construction stuff. How to make a hut, how to make the walls, how to make the roof, stuff like that. So it just keeps building and building. And also when you level up, you can add points to your attributes, such as your health, your stamina, how much you can carry, and things like that. I keep hearing this weird ass sound outside. I'm in a sunroom, and I keep hearing this wailing type sound, and somewhere outside, and it's like, but I think it stopped. I think it's some kind of tool or something. But I don't know what the hell kind of tool it is, and wherever it is, it seems like it's far away. There it goes again. I hear it again. I don't know what the hell it is, but I think it's some sort of saw, but the distance is so great, it sounds like a wailing noise. But yeah, I run out here. Back to the game. I'm not going to let that shit make me switch subject. Back to the game. So yeah, you start out, you're a caveman dude, and you advance technologically. to the point where I guess you can do metal smithing and stuff. Now, I only got so far in the game. I played for a couple hours with Vinny, and one of the problems I had with the game, this is a major complaint of mine, this is actually what turned me off of the game and made me stop playing. Although the gameplay was fun, what made me stop playing was the fact that the writing was so tiny, okay? When I leveled up, you know, you got all these skills and shit you can choose from, but the writing is so tiny that you can't read it unless you walk right up to the TV and you're about a foot away from the television. Okay? It's not cool. Because that totally turned me off of playing. Because I'm getting experience, I'm leveling up, and I can't even read these skill trees that I want to advance in because the writing is so tiny. And I think it's horse crap because they could have changed that in this game. They could have made it better. You know, they could have made it when you're moving through these little boxes. Your inventory, same thing. It is so tiny. And, you know, my son said, well, it's because it's 2-player. But then when he was playing single player and I'm watching it, the writing wasn't a whole lot bigger on that either. It was still damn near impossible to read sitting on a couch, you know, 7-8 feet away from the TV. It was still hard to read, and we got a pretty decent sized TV, so bad design setup with that. And I've seen that on a lot of modern games, is this tiny ass writing where you can barely read it. And I don't think there's many good excuses for that. So that turned me off of the game. I had fun playing it. It's a lot of fun. You can hunt. You know, I had a spear, and there was a shallow river, and I went there, and I'm hunting fish. Now, if I went into the river, okay, the problem was piranhas. Okay, they'll eat you. They'll attack you on sight. The piranhas will get you. These are big piranhas, and scaly and spiky type piranhas. Not like the piranhas I've ever seen in a fish tank. But anyway, so I was spearing these things to collect them for the meat, you know, spearing these fish. So that was really fun. However, the first time I went to this river to spear fish, a huge crocodile came out of the river. I mean, gigantic. I don't know what the hell they called it. You know, there's some other name besides just plain old crocodile. I think there's some technical name for it. But a big ass crocodile came out. I tried to fight it with my spear. I didn't put up much of a fight. I couldn't. This thing was powerful, gigantic, vicious, and fast. So I got crocodile right off the bat. Now, and then my boy Vinny, he was around there too, and he starts fighting the crocodile. Well, he gets his ass eaten too. Well, so now we're both dead. And what happens from that point on is you can respawn. But we respawned in a random area, which ended up being way the hell away from where we got killed. So here's what happened. You get killed, and whatever shit you were carrying on you when you get killed gets dropped right there. At the spot where you get killed, all the stuff gets dropped there. Okay? So now that I'm dead, all my stuff is over here where I got killed by a giant crocodile. And I end up respawning way the hell far away, so we have to track back. Okay? Which was perilous too. Because it turns into nighttime in this game also. And nighttime is very dangerous because you can't see shit in this game. Luckily, my son had the skill to make torches. Okay, so we had torches to help light things up around where we were. So, which was pretty funny. We ran into a pterodactyl, and I smacked the pterodactyl in the ass and caught it on fire. It did not kill it. It took off, went flying, and all flamey and pterodactyl-y up in the air. That was fun, but it's very hazardous at night because you don't know. I mean, it's really damn dark. You can't see very far, even with your torch. You can see maybe a 10, 12-foot circle, I'm guessing. You can see around you, and then it's just pitch black after that. So you don't know if you're going to run into some carnivorous dinosaur, okay, another damn crocodile, like the one that killed us. But it was a long, long journey back to where we came from. Because what was cool was my son had already built a home. So that's where we were headed, not too far from where we got crocodiled. But we made it all the way back to our original campsite or home that Vincent had built out of wood and some stone, actually. Made it back to there, went back to the watering hole, and who is at the watering hole? You guessed it, the damn crocodile, the huge-ass crocodile. So it was time for vengeance. So, actually, you know, I didn't know that big-ass crocodile was still there. Okay, I found out by accident. Because what happened was, I went fishing there. Okay, and then, boom, here's that big crocodile, shows up again. So I start spearing the hell out of this thing. And I had stabbed it, I don't know, probably 7, 8 times or so. And it ended up eating me, okay, in the middle of the water. So I got ate again. But then Vinny comes up and starts spearing this thing. It only took a couple stabs and this thing was dead. So I apparently did a pretty good job, even though I got killed, fighting this damn crocodile. But Vinny kills it. I get to respawn close by. Oh, that was good. So, but all my stuff that had been left there from when I had gotten killed before disappeared because too much time had passed. It's another thing about this game. You die, and where you die, your stuff is left, but it only exists there for so long. So if you end up being respawned really, really, really far away, by the time you get back, your shit might not be there. But this game's tough. It's challenging. You go out, you hunt, you collect meat from what you hunt down and kill. You can cook it on a campfire so that you can eat it and keep that food level up high. You know, that little stomach symbol. I'm reaching for something. I got stuff all around me, guys. And what the hell was I saying? But here's another problem. You collect berries, you collect food, you cook food, whatever. Food only lasts so long in the game. It spoils. Yes, food spoils. So you can collect all this food and stuff, but then eventually it will turn bad. So that makes the game all that more challenging. You know, you always want to have food to eat, but you can end up working really hard and collecting lots of food. And then a lot of it ends up going bad, and, you know, all of a sudden it starts saying, you know, cooked meat or meat spoiled, berries spoiled, and you're like, oh man, all this shit I worked so hard to collect is now going bad. So a lot of things in this game have a shelf life on them. So makes it all the more difficult. But it's a cool game. And I just wish that damn writing got some sort of, looks like some kind of mortician's sewing thing here. It's actually an upholstering needle, I guess. It's just laying around here. I can't keep my hands off of stuff, and that was one of the things laying around. But very good game, but damn it, they could have done better on the text in this game. They could have made it more legible. They could have made it bigger letters so a person could read the damn thing. Because that's what got me into not playing. My son was playing the game sitting on an ottoman about 1 foot away from the TV screen. Okay. I was trying to sit on the couch and play it, and that was about 7 feet away or so, and could not read any of this shit, even with my glasses on, and I should be able to see it from there. But no, the writing is so tiny, you can't read it. The symbols and stuff for all your inventory is so small in the little cubes, boxes, that you can't see it. They should have made it to where when you are selecting through stuff, it expanded it, made it larger so you could see it, but they didn't. You know, and I'm sure there's plenty of people who don't give a shit about that or whatever. They're willing to go half blind, sitting 3 inches away from the TV. I'm not. It was frustrating. Okay? And I really didn't want to keep playing and asking my son to read me everything, okay, that on the menus and skill trees and all that shit. I got tired of doing that, and so that pissed me off about the game. What's up, Bill? How we doing, man? I was talking about a video game I played called ARK. It's a fun game, but I was griping about the damn presentation of the game. The whole, yeah. Well, you guys heard me bitching about that, but anyways, very fun game, very cool. At some point, I guess, you can, well, one of the skills that became available to me, I don't know what level my guy reached, I can't remember, but one of the skills that became available was building saddles, making saddles. And you can make saddles, I guess, skills that become available are for making different types of saddles for different prehistoric creatures. So that means at some point you can end up riding on damn dinosaurs. You know, taming a dinosaur and going for a ride on it. Now, I haven't seen this. My son's character is a lot higher up a level than mine. Of course, he's done a lot more gaming on this. So, but he hasn't done that yet either. Very interesting to have your dude riding around on a damn dinosaur. I mean, that would be cool. I don't know anybody who wouldn't like to do that. But yeah, it is a fun game. But just, it's frustrating enough. It was frustrating enough to where I didn't want to play it. But yeah, so apparently at some point in time you can tame and ride animals. My guy had the skill to make a slingshot. I never acquired enough the materials that I needed to build the slingshot. Okay, and that was another problem, see, I had with this game was, for all these things that I got skills to make, okay, you click on it and it says what materials you need. Well, there's that damn writing problem again. It's so tiny you can't read it unless you walk right up to the TV and read it. That very fine print, and that gets frustrating as hell when you are 7, 8 feet away or whatever from the TV, and you've got a coffee table in between you and the TV, and you've got to go around it and stick your head right up against the TV. Very frustrating, but so I had the skill to make a slingshot, but I didn't have the materials to. Now, my other son said that at some point in time you can actually build guns. Okay. And so your character evolves. You start out, I believe, clean shaven, and your dude ends up growing a beard too, which is kind of neat. But yeah, I could see how this game could be very addictive to a person because you know, your guy evolves, his skills evolve, his attributes build up. You can throw points on your stamina, so your dude can be able to run his ass off for a long time. You can put a whole bunch of points on your carrying, which is just called weight or something, so you can carry all kinds of shit. But very fun game. You know, go around with a pick and start bashing on these giant boulders, collecting stone, collecting flint, collecting metal, which you can use to do all kinds of stuff. Vinny's got a skill for building an anvil or something to use for smithing. The only problem is he doesn't know how to make iron ingots, which is what you need. So apparently, he's got to learn some shit how to melt metal or stuff and turn it into ingots. But the process is fun, but it is very challenging. So right there is the game ARK. Okay, we played it for the Xbox One, and it's also available for the PS4. I don't know if it's out for the computer or not, but it's a fun game, worth checking out. It's still expensive, I don't know, $60 or something like that, brand new. Fun, but I can't handle that, not being able to read the shit because the writing is so small, and I think that is inexcusable, and I don't know why these games are doing this shit nowadays. I mean, I'm playing on a pretty big screen, but so there's the good, there's the bad. That's a game I played. Other than that, pretty much the standard stuff going on around here. It's getting very warm in this room I'm in. Very damn hot. What's up, Jonah? How we doing? Glad somebody's on here. Whew. I am sweating my ass off. I am in my sunroom. Okay? And now the sun is actually out. Yes, best of afternoons to you too, my friend. I was talking about ARK. You ever play that game? I don't know. I'm not much of a gamer, but my son talked me into playing it, and played that ARK game. You start out as a caveman and end up making tools and stuff and evolving. Your skills get better and you can make more different kinds of stuff. That's what I've been talking about, because I played that last night. It was a fun game, very challenging video game. But did you ever try that game? It was, I did my griping about it too. I mean, it's fun. The idea behind it's really cool. That you're this caveman who, evolves and makes different shit, and there's dinosaurs. I mean, dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are cool. Of course, when I first started playing it, I did some stupid shit. I seen a triceratops, so I walked up and punched it in the ass. That was a bad idea. My producer's here. Yes, what's up? Do we need to be discreet?
Yes, and it's important.
Oh, okay. Ah, shit. Looks like I gotta hop off of here, guys.
You can hop back on, or can you just step away from the camera for a minute?
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to step away from the camera for a second. Jonah says, I'm great. Friends and I went out exploring late last night. Didn't get back until 4:30 this morning.
Paul, how can you breathe in this room?
You have played ARK before. I got to hop off the camera. It's something, though, you can tell me, though, and I can hop back on?
Yes, I can tell you,
okay,
but
my wife's got something I
can't tell you.
Got to be told, but...
It's family matters.
It's a private matter. So, all right. Well, are you ready to tell me about it?
Yeah, I need to open this up for you. This is ridiculous.
All right. I'm going to be back with you here in a second. Yeah, it's sweltering out here, and my wife's like, "How in the hell can you breathe out here?" And I did my griping about that too. Well, hell, you just heard me, John. You just heard me bitching about it being so hot. Well, now my wife's running around. She's opening up all these sliding doors so I can breathe again. It's a beautiful room. It's just, it does what the name says. It's a damn sunroom. And damn, it gets hot. All right, I got to step out of camera here for a minute. I'll be back.
So I told him no.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But
That
I
sounds
need
like a
your
bad
opinion on that.
Yeah, that's mine.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for holding on there. Now we got the damn doors open. And the room is starting to breathe a little bit. Yes, breathing room. Oh my gosh. So, Jonah, you played ARK. My opinion was it's a really fun game. There's a lot of depth to it. There's a lot of reason to come back and play it. You know, my big damn gripe with it was that the text, the writing in it was so tiny that even on a large screen TV, you had to go right up to it, especially in two-player mode, go right up to your screen to read all the text on it. You know, looking at the menu and what the hell am I sitting? I'm sitting on a t-shirt. What the hell am I sitting on? Thank you. That's my son's school shirt, and I'm sitting on it. Felt like I was getting some kind of rectal exam there for a second. But the text is so damn small on it, it pissed me off to the point where I just couldn't play it anymore because, you know, I'm sitting on my couch trying to play this damn game and having to get up, try and go around my coffee table, and then the space between my coffee table and TV is only, I don't know, a foot or so, just to read shit on the screen that really pissed me off. Other than that, I like the game. I did like the game. It's kind of different, you know, that you're walking around and your guy just poops everywhere, too. It's kind of interesting. What'd you think about the game, though? What's your opinion on it? Yes, the text, okay, you agree the text is hard to read. And I mean, we got a decent-sized TV, dude. And I've seen this happen more and more on these video games. I mean, it's like they're making these games to where you need to be playing them in the damn movie theater or something to read the shit, and there's no excuse for it. Stupid. It's a very simple, should be, you know, fundamental rule when these people make these games that, yeah, the people playing it should be able to read, you know, should be able to read all the text in them. But, I mean, that's not, they're doing this shit on a lot of games and it pisses me off. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Yes. Looks like there's a conspiracy going on here, isn't it? But no, there isn't. Just family matters. I mean, in all honesty, I don't want to be on here talking about how... Alright, really, I'll just go ahead and get it out there. My wife's buying me a new thong, okay? And really just didn't want to talk about it right in front of the camera. But I might as well, you know, what's there to hide about it? It's a new thong. Not a big deal.
You're a new thong.
I just got called a thong. But, let's see, you like the game, it's fun, and you like the open world aspect. And I'll admit it, dude, I am a sucker for games that are open world. Ever since, you know, the first Grand Theft Autos, you know, which turned a lot of people on to the open world gaming concept. And one of the ones that really got me into the open world games is Morrowind, which was Elder Scrolls 3, I think. Not sure I got that number right, but I had it for I think the Xbox 360. And one of the problems, I don't think it's a problem, but my wife frustrates the shit out of her watching me play these kind of games, is that when I am playing one of these games that has a narrative, like Grand Theft Auto or the Elder Scrolls games, I don't stick to the main narrative very much. I go out and I wander around, I'm very curious, and I go poking and prodding around in places where I probably shouldn't in these games, doing things that my character does not have enough experience to pull off. I don't know, I'm kind of like a homeless explorer in a lot of these games.
One time,
and
Fable,
it frustrates my wife.
You let a whole
that
monastery get destroyed because you were too busy.
Okay, now my wife is bringing up video game memories. What did I do? What did I do wrong?
You were playing Fable, and you
I was playing Fable.
Go fight
I was
and
supposed
save
to
this
fight and save a monastery.
And
what did I do wrong?
It kept on telling you need to go.
It kept telling me to go help save this monastery, and what happened?
The Church of Light or whatever, and you didn't.
I didn't save
them. And they all got destroyed and died.
So they got destroyed and died, and that's my fault?
Yes, because you would not help.
Because I didn't help protect a monastery.
No,
so
and then, you didn't have that aspect of the game where you would have gotten goodies and training and all kinds of stuff from these guys.
Let's see. Let's see, Jonah. Another unique open world game you like is Skyrim. Grand Theft Auto is fun as well. Yeah, I love those games, but yeah, I frustrate the shit out of my wife if she actually watches me play them because I don't stick to the main story. Another thing I like to do in games like those, I like trying to get a character into places he shouldn't be able to reach. Like a mountain in Skyrim. That you're not supposed to be able to climb. I will be taking my guy and jumping all along the edge of it until I can get a foothold, and then I'll start trying to scale. Well, you can't really scale the walls in it, but I try and get into places I shouldn't be able to do. Or Grand Theft Auto, I hop in a car, try and drive it straight up a damn mountain, or a building, or driving it on steps, and trying to go in all kinds of goofy ass places I shouldn't be able to reach, and I'll figure ways to get my car or vehicle into them, and usually end up getting stuck there, and then the car's like jiggling, convulsing because I've wedged a car into some building entrance or something where I shouldn't have been able to, or Skyrim, I'll end up getting up really high somewhere and end up stuck, and then the only way down is to plummet to my death. Do that kind of shit a lot. I don't do it a lot now because I don't game a lot now. Nowadays, when I game, it's usually because one of my kids want me to participate in a video game with them. So that's pretty much the only time I'm gaming lately. Yeah. Those games are fun. I like Fallout game, the Fallout games. I played those too, but I don't think the Fallout games have the depth that Elder Scrolls games have. Like Skyrim and stuff. I don't think Fallout games have as many nooks and crannies. So, although I like them, I like the post-apocalyptic theme. I've always liked that. Wouldn't like it in real life, I don't think, but I've always liked that in games and fiction, reading about it. But the Fallout games do not have as many little sneaky spots to get to and explore, like Skyrim and Oblivion and stuff. Let's see. You do that while driving a car in Grand Theft Auto too. You always drive up a mountain to ramp off of it. Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's fun doing shit that, you're not really supposed to do in a game too. I get a kick out of that. I used to do that playing those Halo games. We'd be playing multiplayer and people were supposed to be killing each other, and I'm flying one of these little hover things and trying to get it inside of some compound inside a mountain, and I'm trying to fly these big crafts and wedge them inside of these buildings. And sometimes I'd pull it off, and my opponent, maybe my brother or one of my kids is inside of that building, and I'd get this craft into there and actually run them over instead of shooting it out with them, bumping into all kinds of shit on this table. What is this thing? What the hell is this? This looks like something out of a Dr. Seuss story. Look at this. Is that not Dr. Seussian? Look at this thing.
I'm not saying anything because you just totally ruined it for me.
Oh no, I guess I insulted my wife about talking about this thing. What is this? Look at this, guys.
Never mind.
Look at the shape
I'm not
of
even
it.
saying.
No, I'm sure, now my wife's offended. I'm sure once it's a done product, it'd probably be pretty neato. Okay? I'm just saying at this stage in its life, it looks kind of different. Let me see if I can pull this off. Just had smoke get in my eye. My wife's probably happy about that right now. I'm trying to affix this to my hat. It won't work. It's not working. Like I said before, there's a bunch of craft stuff out here, okay? This is one of the craft things. Now, can you tell us what this is going to be?
Absolutely not.
Why
Absolutely,
not?
because
Why are you not going to share with us what this is going to be?
because you made fun of it, and and now everybody's going to be like, well, really? How is that supposed to be?
It looks like
that?
something from Dr. Seuss.
Well, guess what? It's not a Dr. Seuss thing. It was going to be wind chimes. I just haven't finished it.
Okay, so this is going to be a wind chime. What?
You got that smirk on your face.
I'm not allowed to. I have a smirk on my face.
Yeah,
like
I
who?
know that smirk. That's a, yeah, right. This was going to be wind chime.
No, I believe it's going to be a wind chime.
You know what?
What?
Your
I
producer's
pissed my wife off.
I'm gonna quit. I'm no longer your producer.
Let's see, what's Jonah, what are you saying? It's like when I see random objects my mom has, I look at it and think to myself, what in the hell is that? Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I mean, you know, this could... I'm not trying to offend Teresa or anything. It's just... I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I would name this. I think I'd call it a Ginkledime. I think that's what I would name it as, a Ginkledime.
Now,
It's a Ginkledime for right now. But eventually, what it's going to be, it's going to be a wind chime. All right? That's what Teresa said it's going to be.
you know what?
I don't know what this stuff is. You know, I'm surrounded by all this foreign material. I'm just looking at it.
You are a foreign material.
I know what this is. I got a paper shredder, right?
Yes.
Got a paper
but
shredder.
That's not one of my crafts.
Okay, it's not one of your crafts. Well, you know, win some, you lose some. Yeah, she's not happy with me. I mean, there's a container over here. Whoops, there goes my camera. There's a container over there. It's got a bunch of tools and shit. I know what all that stuff is. Speaking of tools and stuff, look at this. How the hell's that for a drill bit? This is a big ass drill bit. Now, yeah. That is a great idea.
Did you find
Yeah.
out last piece of fried chicken?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You know, I got my tools. I know what the hell all that stuff is. But my wife has all these pieces, parts of things, and that are going to be gifts and stuff like that, and hobby, crafty things. I don't know anything about that stuff, but, you know, what the hell? Oh, that drill bit. I was showing that. That there, I've used that for making pipes. Which someday I might get back into making pipes. I used to make smoking pipes. And no, not for that. Not for weed. I made smoking pipes actually for tobacco. I smoke a pipe from time to time. Actually, it's been a long time since I smoked a pipe, but yes, I am one of the few people who still smokes a pipe. So, huge drill bit. You can only imagine the hole it can create. Yeah, well, it is. Yeah, you know, I must say about my drill bit collection. I'd talk more about my drill bit collection, but it would be pretty boring. make smoking pipes. One of these days, I'll end up bringing a couple of them on the air, and I'll interview them. No, but I'll show you how some of them look that I made. My first couple of pipes that I made ended up being pretty doggone shabby, but I would say I got a lot better at making them. I won't say I'm the best pipe maker in the world, but given the tools I have, I've made some pretty darn nice pipes. Functional wise too. But pipes are something, like a lot of the things, to me, I end up becoming obsessed with. And that's just one of the many things I've become obsessed with over the years. And usually these things are kind of like seasons with me. They come and they go. And the pipes are one of those things. I'll end up being obsessed with them for months, and I'll be making them, smoking them, drooling over the pictures of ones that are for sale on eBay and all that good stuff. And then, like the seasons, they just kind of pass along, and then it's time for something new, and then that'll pop up. Which frustrates people around me, because I'll really get into something, and then people will come up with great gift ideas, and then they'll be like, Paul's not into that shit anymore. Doggone it. But truth be told, if my wife ended up buying me some fantastic pipe, even when I'm not going through one of my pipe obsessions, I'd still be thrilled about it. Yeah. Anyways, oh my gosh. Well, now the doors are open in here, and it's a lot more breathable. It's still hot, though. Still hot. I still have a little bit of coffee. Drinking that. What's going on with you today, Jonah? Let me scroll back a little bit. You said you guys went exploring. Where did you go exploring? Anyways, that's a good subject. Where'd you guys go exploring? I don't know if this lighter will work. It's not going to work. I'd like to hear about that. That sounds interesting. Did you guys go somewhere dangerous, somewhere off limits? See anything spooky, old? Love hearing about that stuff. Oh my gosh. Yeah, tell me a little bit about where you guys went exploring. That sounds interesting. If you want me to, I can shoot you an invite. You're not camera shy. Oh, you went to Crybaby Bridge in Doylestown. Nice. I have not been there for quite a few years now. Yes, always an interesting place. Good old, let me see, Rogues Hollow. Isn't that what they call that area? Rogues Hollow, I believe. So you went to the old Lehman High School and did find a way in. Oh, nice. Did you get some pictures, get some video? Cool. Sounds really cool. Love checking out the urban exploration stuff. What's up, Gary? How's it going? Talking to some people who went into an old high school. Very interested in seeing what they found. Let's see, join me here in a few. You're fine with being on camera? All right, cool. Jimmy, what's happening, dude? Long time no hear. Talking to a young man about some urban exploration. I guess they checked out an old school. Sounds pretty rad. I'm gonna throw here. I'm gonna try and bring on Jonah, and so he can tell us about his friends and him exploring a school, an old school. That sounds interesting. But we've just been talking about a little bit of everything. Talked about a video game, played that ARK game yesterday, where you get to be a caveman and walk around in shit everywhere you walk. There's even a poop option, of all things, on the game. But anyways, yeah, urban exploration. I've checked out a lot of websites. I checked out this one where these dudes went into the old Ham's brewery. I like Ham's beer, so I was looking up ham stuff one time online, and these dudes ended up in an old Ham's brewery, and that was pretty rad. Um, they took pictures of all these big tanks and stuff where they used to brew the beer. Really cool shit. Um, but so I got lots of respect for them dudes. I know ethically and all that shit, it's questionable. A lot of these people are shooting pictures and stuff. Oh, here we go. High school in old Washington and skating around and checking everything out. Wow, that sounds sweet. Actually skating in there, that's cool. Let's see, I'm approving Jonah here. I am trying to bring Jonah on here so that we can hear about their exploration right now. Wow, the old Washington High School, that shit would have been cool. I gotta move this damn paper shredder out of my way. It's pissing me off. It's in front of my tripod thingamajig. Let's see, I'm gonna try this adding you thing again. I chose approve. I don't know what the hell the problem is here. I'm trying to get you on here, Jonah. I approved it. Let me close this thing. Where are you at? Oh, there you are.
What's up?
Sideways.
Sideways?
There you go. You're good. You're
Okay.
good.
I just have to hold my phone sideways now. It works. What's up?
Not much, man. Good to see you. So, oh wait, here our buddy of mine, Jimmy, says he even got to get into the old BF Goodrich back in the day to skate the third floor. But tons of folks did the same because there were makeshift ramps and shit. Sounds interesting.
That's pretty sweet.
So tell us about your exploration there of Lehman.
All right, so we didn't really get inside that much last night because it was like 4:30 in the morning, and my dad was up. He was like, "Hey, where you guys?" I was like, "Oh, we're still in downtown Canton." He's like, "All right." Well, I was like, "All right, we'll see you in a bit." Well, we didn't get in yet, but we did find a way in. I was with a group of friends. We found a way in to where we will go back, but we just haven't yet. But I can tell you about other things that I learned about places that we went to, like when we went to Rose Hollow, we couldn't go under the bridge because here apparently the guy that was living there turned it into a park, and now the park closes at dusk, and so we were all mad about that because we wanted to go sit on the bridge. And
what's the fun?
It was dumb. Like, I wanted to sit on the bridge and nothing, but we decided to go to Dundee Falls. Well, here we heard that there were satanic cults that are back in the woods late at night.
Yeah, you know what always got me about that area, dude? There's something almost prehistoric about the Dundee area.
I agree.
To me. I've had a lot of fun back there when I was a youngster. Luckily, I never got into any real trouble over it, but yeah, or got hurt. Although you gotta be careful on that damn rock out there.
Oh, I know. And it was like, obviously, like at the time, like 3 in the morning. So we had,
wow.
We had a bunch of flashlights, a headlamp, all that fun stuff.
So you got the technical stuff for getting some good footage and pictures and stuff like that.
Like we all had our phones charged. We all had like portable chargers. Just a bunch of stuff to where we're capable of actually making it out there. But losing cell service was the one concern because once you're out there, That's the only problem. But
Yeah.
once we realized that Dundee, we couldn't really get far back because the park ranger, we realized the park ranger would have been out there and they would have told us to turn back around. So we said, oh well.
Damn. I've never actually seen a ranger out there.
Yeah, and I heard stories of a friend of mine. He said his name's Corey. He said that when he was out there, he said the park ranger told him about all the satanic worshippers and all the cults out there, all the crazy stuff.
Oh, did you just read Jimmy's comment there about Newman's Rock out?
Yeah, Satanist hotspot as well. At least that's what the rumor was way back then. Yeah, well, I didn't have the proof to confirm it, but Ranger Dan, the park ranger, had the proof, like on his body camera footage, which I wish I was able to see. But he said one of the first nights that he was out there, he saw a fire in the woods. So he went back to check it out and was hiding in the brush, and there was a cult that was speaking in tongues and chanting, and then drawing a pentagram around the fire. He said, I'd never want to go back there, there. Again, well, he has to patrol it while he sits in the parking lot. And our friend Corey was like, oh, he's working tonight, so I don't think we want to bother him because he saw Corey before. He said, hey, if I ever see you past a certain time, he's like, I might have to arrest you because I don't want anything bad to happen to you. He's like, I'd rather have that happen than you get caught up in the cult.
Weird, man.
But it's crazy. It's like, he said he'll only go like 300 feet from his vehicle because it's just so sketchy out there. But
yeah, dude, growing up in the 80s and early 90s, Satan worship was at like its peak, and I was a youth during what some people call the satanic panic.
Yeah.
There were so many people who were messing with that shit, and whether or not you believe that, the witchcraft really works or not, that aside, it doesn't mean that the people doing that shit aren't really sacrificing people, and drinking blood and shit like that, because people were doing that. People were finding their pets savaged and mutilated, like I think that's what happened to a dog I had. Somebody had stabbed it in the neck, and it had made its way home, but then ended up dying in our house.
That's extremely sad.
Yeah, I mean, but this kind of shit was happening all over, and I don't want to blame the music because I believe that if you end up choosing to draw pentagrams on stuff and start doing animal sacrifices or worse, I believe that's your fault.
Right.
But were there people out there who are easily influenced by stuff? Yes, there are, who are.
Yeah, which is true. There we go. God said, let there be light, for God's sake. All right.
There was so much sick shit going on back in those days, dude. And the Satan worship thing was a big scare for the parents, especially back then.
Well, yeah.
But places like Dundee, I mean, there were always stories, anywhere wilderness though, right outside of cities, there were always stories about these cults and shit. Like there's a place called Top of the World on a big hill, and there was always rumors that there were cults that met up there. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. I was never in one of these damn cults, so I couldn't tell you. I mean, if I was back in these places in the middle of the night with my buddies, honestly, we were out drinking beer and shit like that. That was our big thing we were doing. But
Yeah, I've never seen anything. I've never seen any of these cults and stuff, but I do know that there were a lot of freaky people into freaky shit. And,
You got that
I know
right.
a lot of people who lost animals and stuff, and they were carved up, and
That's just insane. Like, I can't imagine like what some of these people were like capable of, and like what they even like. A lot of these people, they work 9 to 5 jobs. You wouldn't even know it. And then in
yeah,
the middle of the night, they just end up there doing whatever ritual they want to be doing, and it's insane.
yeah. And, Jonah, I think it was even creepier back then because there wasn't the internet. There wasn't this, I'm going to hop on here and find out if that's some bullshit or not. There wasn't a tool like that,
Okay.
to find out more information about stuff. I mean, so even when things were happening in the present day, it was still very dark. What you heard was rumors, word of mouth.
Right.
There was less exposure on everything.
And
Now
right
you can,
now you have the
somebody
internet.
tells you something happened in this and that town,
You can just
the
Google
next
it.
county over. You can look it up and
Right.
find out whether or not it really happened.
Now the internet just pretty much holds a lot of stuff. If it's like urban legend or if it's true, like you can find almost anything on the internet.
Right. And the world has shrunk, because of like Google Earth and things like that. It's become a much smaller place. You can learn your way around a neighborhood in some city that you've never even been to before because you got, Google Street View and all that shit. And you didn't have that back in the days. There was so much, you were in the dark about stuff. And the guys who knew information, okay, back in the days when they knew about the occult and black magic and or about any subject, somebody knew about it at any great depth, then they were more of a nerdy type. They spent more time
Right.
at the library. You had to actually dig
Right. You
to
had to
find
like
out
dig for it, and
information.
you had to look for information, like newspaper articles, like
Yeah,
records, pictures,
yeah.
stuff like that. Like they
The
had like archive.
microfiche or whatever the
Right.
hell. I don't know how you pronounce that. Still to this day, I think it's microfiche. Old newspaper stuff. You can go through it at the library. But yeah, it was a creepy time back then, and it's weird. There's this perception that nowadays things are, my generation of parents, your dad that I went to school with,
Right.
interesting enough, we were just, there were still the same threats, okay, that there are now. It's just, without the internet and everything, it's, there wasn't so much exposure about the perverts and the creeps hanging
Right.
out trying to get little kids and shit like that. Now that's all you hear about, and
It's sad.
yeah,
There's a bunch of
but
like sick people out there, just like that. They should get like mental attention, and it just like it's insane.
yeah, and they don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get into any major thing, but when it's shit against kids, they ought to be locked up to where they're never going to be out again.
Right. Right.
But things were just as dangerous, and I don't know how your parents ended up raising you, but I can say myself, I hate to admit it, but I fell in. I think the parents of this generation, we're overprotective of our kids. I don't let my kids do 25% of the stuff my parents let me get away with doing. If I had a friend that lived 2 miles away, I could walk to his house, bicycle there or whatever. I wouldn't let my kids do that shit.
Right. Not today
You know?
anyway. Not in this day and age.
Right. And it's because there's so much exposure and I have it in my mind. And, but those threats were they existed back then too. It's just, you know, when you heard the news about terrible events happening, it was usually limited to your location.
Correct. And now it's like nationwide or even worldwide,
Yeah.
depends on how big the disaster or tragedy is.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you didn't know what the hell was going on in Tacoma, Washington, or
Right.
whatever with some weird little cult or something. Now you do. Now it's, you know, you can find out everything almost instantaneous. And so you worry about it and you're like, well, I don't want my kids running around in this crazy world and everybody, you're worried about asking for help from strangers, you know, that person could be a maniac and living in fear. You know, there's a lot of that. I think it's good that people are aware of things, but it also makes the news and the internet can make you paranoid as hell too.
Right. I'm on Keaton. Guys, come here.
Got some homeboys.
Yeah, I got some of the guys that were with me last night.
All right.
I don't know if they're gonna come in here, but oh, thanks, Dad. Love you too.
Now, does your dad know what you guys were doing?
Yeah.
And he's cool.
Right. Yeah, he is.
Okay. Well, that's good.
This is honestly what I told him. I said, well, we like exploring places, and he said, okay. He said, that's fun and all. He said, do what you want to do. But he said, I'm not bailing you out if you get caught. And I said, all right.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. So I was like,
well, yeah. Hopefully, you don't get caught.
I mean,
doing that shit. There's
right. It's very sketchy, but I'm not the one making the way in. If there's a way in, I'm gonna go in, but I'm not gonna be the person to make the way in. Like,
yeah. I get you. You're not gonna be doing the breaking.
I'm not gonna be doing the breaking. Like, if there's obviously just a way in, and like it's just a clear shot to get in, and there's nobody around, and I have the opportunity to, I'm going to, because I love to explore. Like, I went into the old doctor's hospital like 2 times, and like I went back, and then the way we got in was bolted shut because there was just a door in the very back of the old doctor's hospital. You'd open it, you'd walk right in.
Welcome.
Right. And like I was exploring, and I ended up finding the old morgue inside, and it was the old Stark County morgue. And like, I mean, I thought it would be bigger than what it was, but it's not.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, well, you know, it's Stark County morgue. You'd think it would be bigger than what it was. And as I walked in there was only like 4 freezers, and then 4 smaller freezers with the trays you pull out, and then the one big walk-in freezer. And then
that's creepy, man.
It was kind of creepy, but like the autopsy table there, like I actually got up on the table. My friend said, "You want to do it?" I said, "Bet." So I just climbed up on it. I didn't care. And then there was like old, like it wasn't used obviously, but there was a body bag that was in one of the back rooms.
Oh wow.
But
dude, oh man.
Hey,
see,
Keaton, you're watching it, but you won't get in here.
Hey, what's up?
Camera shy, huh?
You camera shy, buddy? You camera shy? We can get in here.
Not.
Hey, Bella, you want to come to Bubba real quick? Come here. Come here, Isabella. Say hi, Isabella.
Hello. Now she's too young to be going into these old schools, don't you think?
Yeah. She's just my little 6-year-old. I love you, Bella. You're a cute little sister, aren't you?
Now wait, was that your sister?
Yeah, it's my sister.
Oh my gosh.
12-year.
Well, it's not that crazy. I mean, I got kids ranging from 22 to 7.
Yeah, we're talking about exploring, Keaton. Bella, you're pulling on the cord here. Okay. You want to sit with Bella for a bit?
Hello.
Say hi, Bella. Say hi. You gonna say hi?
She's like, this guy is weird.
you're a little shy, huh?
Well, she's giggly enough.
Yeah. But
She seems to like you.
not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. But going into those places, it's fun, but you just have to be careful. Just depends on time of the day and who's around, and because at times like when we went to doctors, like we'd see like cops patrolling and all in the area, so like we were like kind of freaked out about it for a bit, but just like after a while going around there because I walked around there for a while, so like I would like know the times when a certain cop would patrol the area. So like it was between this time and this time, a certain cop would go around and check the premises or just drive around in the neighborhood.
Ah.
And then, hey, what the hell are you doing, Keaton? Where are you going? I don't know. Where are you going upstairs? Okay, anyway. What? Where is he going? Yeah. Go get him. Anyway. Friends, gotta love them. But, control the area. And
Yeah.
I'd make sure, before we do anything that we wouldn't get caught. But I mean, that's not always a guarantee. Like, you never know if someone's going to be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, this past time I went back and we just wanted to go to take pictures because we know somebody bought the building there because we're going to, they bought it for like $1, I think, and they were like, redoing the inside, and like all the access points were like boarded up and shut because my friend Garrett, who was here from his dad's, it was like in March and there was still snow on the ground, there was ice everywhere, and we're just like sliding in the middle of the street, just having a good old time going there, and then we couldn't find a way in. And and then he was goofing around. He's like, "Man, I'll make a way." And I said, "No, you're not making a way, and that's not what we're about." Hey, Keith. Hey, buddy.
What up, Keith?
Hey.
So you gathered intelligence before you did some surveillance before you even went in. I mean, about this cop.
Right. Like we were like making sure, like obviously they were on patrol at the time, and like we checked the outside for like cameras and made sure there wasn't really, obviously working cameras at the point in time, and there really wasn't. But the one thing that we noticed when we got on the inside was they were remodeling it and renovating it. Only known that because we found at one certain point in the hospital they had the work lights and extension cords up on the wall, but you could tell they weren't used in a while because like there was like tools that had been sitting there, and like we went this certain time, like I forget, it was like separated like a couple month time period, and like we went. And like I think it was like maybe May, I forget, maybe April or May, and then we went back maybe like July or August, and the tools were still sitting in the same spot. And then we like moved around stuff, like we moved like I forget what it was. It was like this huge desk or a chair that we put in like the middle of the room. Like stack stupid stuff on top of like an old fire extinguisher or stupid stuff on it. Like if somebody would come in there, it's in the middle of your way. You're going to want to move it to get wherever you have to go. And it was still sitting there when we went back. So that tells me that nobody went in there from whenever before to then. Maybe they just weren't working for a while, or they didn't have the money to work, or they were told to stop. We don't know. But I know they were working in there for a while. And the one fun thing that I remember doing is we obviously were in there just to like explore and take pictures. The one stupid thing I remember doing is I took an old fire extinguisher off the wall and just pulled the pin and spraying it everywhere. Watching it just go all over the place. I'm like, yeah, let's clear out of here because obviously, it's an older extinguisher. So I was like, I'm not going to stay in this room too long.
Yeah, breathing that stuff in.
But we ended up exploring there for like a couple hours, and like we had a bunch of flashlights, and we were messing around with people. We're like, what if we heard things in there? Like I believe I heard like a woman crying from like a distant like room, like a hospital room, but I'm not for sure. because everybody else was in front of me. I was behind because I had to like tie my shoe, and I was like, all right, guys, I'll be right there. And then faintly, I thought I heard a woman crying. I was like, guys, you hear that? They're like, hear what? And then nobody else heard it, but it sounded like it was coming from one of the rooms, like down the hallway that we just passed. Like somebody was.
Weird.
Okay, so we started walking, and then it was either the first time that we went there or the second. I can't really remember because it's been a little bit. It was like 2 years ago, so the last time I was actually in there. But it sounded like a heart meter was going off in the middle of the room. And mind you, this hospital has been closed and abandoned since 2009. There's no there's no equipment. Like whatever's left, like old monitors and stuff, they're like shattered, broken, laying in the middle of the floor. Like there's glass everywhere. There's graffiti all over the place. Like it's really sad. Like there's a bunch of mold and like water damage. Ceilings are collapsed in certain parts. Floors might be weak. So you got to be careful with where you're stepping.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could get hurt.
Right, you can. That's the thing about this stuff is you can get hurt. And like when I go in there, like I only go to like certain areas. Like I'm sure that I'll be able to like go into. Like I have masks, but that's not gonna really protect you against like black mold.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna get you from like dust particles and all that. But I mean, yeah, I've gone to places where there's mold in there, but it's just like I turn around like shortly after. I'm like, I'm not gonna stay there too long to get exposed.
Well, that's cool that you know. I mean, you got thought ahead to bring dust masks and stuff like that. I mean, I've been treated at that hospital before.
Really?
Yeah, and here's an interesting thing. There was a security guard when the hospital was still, in service that was murdered outside of there. I think he was shot to death.
That is sad.
Yeah.
That's really.
But just a little tidbit of information. But yeah, that happened there. And yeah, I went there quite a few times growing up. But now Massillon Community or Affinity, as they called it last, is closed, and I don't know what they're doing with that.
What I heard is the other day my dad told me that they actually had 5 offers to actually open the hospital again, but they are not announcing who it was until Tuesday. Yeah, I believe. So they will announce who they have chosen to open the hospital again.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that hospital has been around a long time. I mean.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Oh, look at that. Dude, you got hair and makeup service?
Oh, yeah. If I want the makeup service, I'll go get my 6-year-old sister. She'd do anybody's makeup. Good job, buddy. No! Oh, get off of me!
Oh, look at the love. Oh, my.
I love you too, buddy, but not in that way.
Wow.
Do something like that.
Well, I didn't know you swung like that, but it's 2018.
And he's laughing in the living room. Thanks, buddy.
Making you look good, huh?
Oh, yeah. Why not? That's what friends are for, I guess. I mean, hey.
Yeah. To make an ass out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that to him a lot, so it's payback. I get it.
Yeah. Now, I seen you had an earpiece earlier.
Yeah. Right here.
And that was for hearing this right now? Okay.
Yeah, that was for a little bit earlier because earlier my sister was just running around screaming and I had my earpiece in, so I was like, you know what? And then she came over here and then she just calmed down, so I took it out. So I was like, okay.
There you go. Yeah, I'll try and do broadcasts, and I got a household going on here, and like I said, I'm usually in my kitchen studio. But life happens everywhere you go.
Yeah, that's true. That's really true.
Now, if you guys go back in the school
back to
and get some footage or whatever, do you have a website or something like that you put this on?
Yeah, like I do have a YouTube channel which I've wanted to post things on it, but like I've more done like video game content on it. But like because I have a PlayStation 4, so I usually live stream some gaming content on it. Like I'm not extremely active with it, but I mean I've done it before.
Yeah.
But like if I would go back, I would probably upload the video to YouTube, probably from my phone. Because like I do have a camera to record it with, but I mean it's one of the older, digital cameras. But I mean I have the SD cards. That's the way I used to do some videos before I had my PlayStation. I'd set it on a tripod and record like an hour-long video, and it would take forever. So like upload, it
Oh.
would take like almost a day to upload because it was like an hour long, and like mind you, like I didn't know how to edit anything. I wasn't tech savvy
Yeah.
like that. Like I was like just getting into all that.
Yeah.
So it was just new, but like if I'd go back and explore, I would like to take pictures of the old Lehman High School. And like if there would be a way in, I would like to, explore and take more pictures inside. Like I've heard people who've got inside there. And
Oh. Oh no, you froze on
but
me. Ah.
1920 and like a cheese wheel on steroids. Thank you, Zach. How you doing, buddy?
Nice.
But
Zach sounds like a real sweetheart.
oh yeah, you gotta love him. Another classmate.
So your YouTube channel, you do have one still, though.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, what is the name of that, just in case
Okay,
in the future,
it's Bucksman 15. Bucksman 15.
Oh, okay. Because somebody might want to check that out, and Now I've been toying with the idea, and you probably heard me already say it. Toying with the idea of trying to simultaneously cast this from not just Facebook but also to YouTube Live. But I got to get the hardware to do that. Everything I've learned about all this online stuff has been self-taught. So, but I need stuff. I don't know, laptop or whatever the hell I need for that,
Right. So like if you were like wanting to like put things on like to YouTube, if like that's what you were wanting to do. Like if you were like
Right.
gonna, like, record like let's say you use your phone, for example. So pretty much you would connect after you record the video, you connect your phone with your charging cable up to your computer, and you would access YouTube and have a YouTube account, and you'd be able to manage files from your phone, like pictures and videos, to be able to access it to upload to YouTube. Like I've tried to do stuff like that from my phone, but I mind you, I haven't really done much of recording videos from my phone, YouTube. Like I've done things like with that digital camera that I've uploaded, or I've had but just didn't upload. But I mean, it's fun, but it's time consuming because you either have to travel to wherever it is, you have to do research on wherever you're going. You have to make sure that you're able to get in and not just be like, oh hey guys, I'm here. Sorry, couldn't get in. Clickbait. I mean, you don't want to be saying, hey, look, I can get inside, and then all of a sudden you're like stuck on the outside, and like you have to look like an idiot and like try. Like some people would look like an idiot and like try to get in there. And you're trying to break in on camera to where people have footage of you breaking in on camera. Like they could get that against you because you're showing yourself doing it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you are trespassing.
Well, and that's,
I get.
no
this whole. But, like, people do it. I've done it. Like, I mean, I've gone into, like, places, but it's just like. I don't know.
And that's the thing.
It's a
that's
lot
the
of
thing,
fun,
Jonah.
Dangerous at the same time.
That, as much as, I love checking out the urban exploration stuff, I guess we'll call it.
Right.
I love seeing it. I like seeing the inside of condemned buildings and everything else, but I worry about the people doing it not only getting hurt, but
Correct.
you don't want to see people
But
get
also
busted either, especially when they're not taking stuff, they're not destroying stuff.
Yeah. And
it's
I've honestly like places too. Like another place that I'm wanting to get in, which is kind of funny. It does not look appealing at all. But literally, the old Edmund A. Jones Junior High School here in Massillon off of Pearl Avenue.
Okay, yeah.
It's now a church. Like it's all boarded up, and like that does not look like an appealing church. Like no offense to anybody who wanted to have a church there. Like that's a bright idea to use the building, but like all the windows are boarded up. It looks like something you see off like it's like apocalyptic, like people boarding themselves inside. Like the entrance is on the side, and like it does not look like somebody would want to have like a church there.
Yeah, but, sounds like some Walking Dead shit.
Right, and if like the church is there, maybe whoever owns the church owns the building. So I'm thinking about calling to get permission to go into there as well. And that was built in like the early 1930s. What I know of.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
So.
But yeah, I mean, dude, you need a place to put all this stuff, online.
Correct.
I mean, do you have a Facebook group or something? Facebook group, maybe?
Well, I don't have a Facebook group of like exploring stuff yet because like I've gone to a couple places, but nothing to like write home about, so to speak. Like, oh hey, here's my solid evidence of places I've gone. I've gone to like 2 places that I've really been able successfully to like get into. Like I got into this like, urban exploration like 2 years ago. Was when I really got into it. Like I'd watch all these videos. I'm like, wow, like this stuff is amazing. I know like dangers of it. I know penalties of it. But like I'm willing to try it. Like, you never know until you try. You step outside of your comfort zone and you do something new. So I said, you know what? I'll try it. So I found a way into Doctor's Hospital because I heard there was a way in. And then when I went in there, I loved it. Like I just got hooked. Like I keep wanting to go back. Like there's no way in. Like unless I honestly like ask permission to go back in. But like I'm not just gonna like sit outside until I see somebody moving stuff out. Hey, can I go in there? Oh wait, I already was in there. But hey, you guys don't know about that, or maybe you do, but you didn't know it was me. Like that's the thing.
Wow. Yeah, it sounds like fun.
Building. It's really fun, and one thing about the old Lehman building that I really like, mind you, it's been abandoned since 1976 was the last year it was used as a high school. Lehman. Okay, so the original schools was Lehman, Timken, McKinley, and Lincoln. So Lehman, Timken, McKinley, and Lincoln, they were all the active schools there. Well, we also have North Canton, Hoover, Canton South, and East Canton in the general area, like the Canton City schools area. But in 1976, the enrollment for Canton City schools was going downhill. So they decided to close Lincoln High School and Lehman High School. So they closed both high schools. Well, Lincoln High School still stands, but it's now like a Christian school.
Heritage.
Lincoln. Heritage Christian, yep. Heritage Christian, yep. Yeah. But now Lehman's just sitting there abandoned and like
the same place Marilyn Manson went to.
Really?
Marilyn Manson went to Heritage Christian for a little bit, and then he went to Glen Oak.
Oh yeah.
That's weird.
But up front of Lehman, there's the old football field, and obviously it's all grass. Like but like the old goalposts are still standing, and it's pretty cool because it's not just like a regular stadium. There's only like one long like section of like seats, and it's all cement. And it's unique because there's like 8 sections in like that row that originally, because I've seen pictures, but now there's only like 4 that are showing because of all the brush and the overgrowth and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Like the field is open.
Okay,
Like,
where's Lehman at?
Okay, Lehman is in, I believe, it's in downtown Canton. It's off of 15th Street.
Okay.
15th Street Northwest
Okay,
is where it's located.
Okay, I couldn't figure out where it was. Did you say northwest? Northwest?
Northwest, yeah.
Okay.
I could always send you the address because I have it saved. Like, because if you ever want to go by, like, I have the. And it looks
because I knew. Because, I was gonna say I believed it was a building. I had a buddy who lived by there, but I wasn't sure that was the name of the school. But now that you say it, now I do know the building you're talking about.
You're looking for your key? Yeah. Where the hell did you put your key? All right, now it's gonna be called Facebook Live and help my friend find his keys all in one. Okay. All right. But, the high school. What I know of the high school is it was closed in '76 and it was used for storage for a bit, and they had some students go inside. Like the last time they actually had students inside the building for any classes or anything, I think it was like 2006. But that's what I ran up online, but I'm not too sure because obviously, like I'm not really like know the area of Canton that well because growing up in Massillon, like I don't really have any desire to go to Canton unless it's for a Massillon-McKinley game.
Right. Yeah, we tend to stay out of Canton unless you have to.
Yeah, that's usually the golden rule. I mean, I'll go there like the hospital if needed, but like I have nothing against the city of Canton. It's just like there's some parts like you don't want to be there at night. I don't think you want to get shot.
Right. Well, no. I mean, that's a very real possibility.
Right.
I mean, it sucks, but it's the truth. There are there's quite a few areas in town there that aren't the safest, especially when night falls. Some
places, like, I mean, are very sketchy. Right.
Well, I'll tell you, you guys get in there. Yeah, that'd be really cool to see some pictures or something. That'd be very interesting.
Like, I'm really looking forward to going back, not only to like explore, but I do have a metal detector as well, and like I plan on like metal detecting like the old football field and like the surrounding areas of the high school to see like what I could find, like coins and stuff like that. Because Keaton, I know you brought up.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because yeah, it's been there since 1920. Well, there was also another school that was there on that piece of land before Lehman High School. So you never know what you can find. So that area's been like having a school that not always an active school, but some sort of school building is from like the late 1800s is what I know.
There's probably some cool coins around there, man.
Which
you probably find some really cool stuff.
I don't think any of us are messing with you right now because did you actually take his keys this time? You sure? Dang, y'all don't trust me that much? Are you sure you didn't take his keys? Dayton, I hope you didn't take your keys. Well, I mean, hey, I got evidence. This is on Facebook. Anyway, trying to find his car keys. No luck yet.
Oh no,
I know
you gotta have the
them
car
last
keys.
night, and we were all goofing around talking. Right, you need the car keys to get places. Like, okay, did you sit in that chair last night, Keith?
It helped.
Did you check the chair? Damn. I hope you didn't lock them in the car.
No, it's not in the car because I remember I locked them.
Well, we could. Best thing. What I'm gonna do, just in case, I'm gonna go step outside and look in the car, and if you see your keys in the car, I'll go get a hanger. Oh boy. Oh, now I can't even see. Oh, now I can't even see my phone screen.
No, that's the damn thing about cell phones. You can't see them in the daylight.
Right.
Terrible.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this car's... I shouldn't have leaned up against the car. I'm stupid. That was hot.
Yeah, it's pretty hot today.
Yeah, it is hot today.
Oh my gosh. I gotta get me something to drink here. Doggone it.
Yeah, it is hot.
So whose car is maybe, are you checking out? Is this your car?
No, it's my friend Keaton's car.
Ah.
We went around driving with him. He actually lives in Canton. I didn't see him in the car.
Okay.
So you're good. I didn't see them on the floor or the seats. I mean, accidents do happen, but I didn't see him in there. But still looking. Well, that failed. But we went driving around with him because he lives in Canton. He lives on like the edge of Canton, Maslin, and Perry. Excuse me. Like,
oh, okay.
You'd go through pretty much. So if you take Lincoln Way and you start going towards, through Perry Township and like all the Walmart and all that, he lives off to the left-hand side after you pass the Walmart there on top.
Oh, okay.
And so pretty much he knows the area very well. And
well, that's good.
He was telling me about like he knew like places that were like abandoned around there that we could like check out to like explore and look. Wait, what's that in there? Is that your keys? Was that your keys in there? It sounded like keys. That was your belt. Okay, that sounded like keys. Okay.
Still looking for keys?
Yep, still looking for keys. Way to go, people.
Now, is the car locked?
Yes, the car is locked. We looked inside the car, and I didn't see any keys in the inside of the car. So, because like he said, he remembers having his keys last night, but mind you, it was like 4:30 in the morning, almost 5 a.m. We're all like slap happy, and we're all just like talking about a bunch of random stuff. Go in the living room for about half hour, and then we all like fell asleep. I fell asleep in a chair. Like, then I woke up, I picked myself up, and I laid down on the couch, and I was like, you had them in your pocket after you came. They could have fallen out like onto the floor, like where the bed's at, like down on the side, back there.
Now, when are you Air Forcing?
Okay. So I have my paperwork. I have to finish filling out my paperwork, and I plan on leaving after this year. Like sometime next year is when I plan on leaving.
Okay. Well, that's exciting.
Hey, good job. He found his keys. They fell down the side of the bed. You say you're not gonna get blamed now? Shut up.
So you guys went adventuring, came home, and flopped.
Pretty much, like, okay. So our original plan was we wanted to go to the Crybaby Bridge. So when we got there, we found out that the park, it was a so-called park, was closed at dusk. And the guy was like, "Hey guys, the park's closed." We didn't hear him at first because he's in like a second story window somewhere. And they're like, "Hey guys, the park's closed." We're like, "All right, sorry, we pulled it off." And I'm like, we're not from this area. We're just finding a restroom. We'll be out of here. So we used the restroom and just left.
Mm-hmm.
I knew there was another bridge around there, but I didn't know exactly where. But like, I had friends like I went with one time, and we found the other bridge. I just don't remember where it's located because I was like sometime last summer. But he then dropped off his Keith's brother and his girlfriend, and we went to Dundee Falls with his friend Corey. And then once we got there, we were like thinking about like the park range and how he'd possibly be patrolling because we didn't think about that until after the fact of getting there. He's like, "Oh, great. Like, guys, I'm sorry. We literally went half hour to get the Doylestown at Rogues Hollow. Then we went a half hour back to get to like Canton area. Then another 20 minutes to get to Dundee Falls from where we were." And then, like, we didn't really care. Like, yeah, it kind of sucked, but like, I mean, we kept talking about like all like the paranormal, like just like all the different stuff. So I just kind of took our minds off of like the long ride and just things like that. But like, we had a lot of fun. Like, yeah, we didn't get to experience anything, but at the end of the night, it was cool because we did find a way in to get to Old Landon. That was cool.
Yeah. But dude, yeah, you got to get some cool pictures in there. Well, provided you can still get in there, man.
That will be pretty cool. Like, I want to make sure we will be able to get in there. What you guys want to do in a bit? All right, just asking. All right, close the air conditioner's on. Gotcha. Okay, I'll just sit outside for a while. Why not? It's nice out, and I'm sideways. Yep, I know.
Yeah, you're sideways. There you go.
There we go. Yep, I flipped my phone right side up. That's why I went sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem we were having yesterday. He had the phone just like this.
Yep.
Like this or this, but you have to have it just like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. My buddy Gary there, he's well, hell, I was surprised he actually ended up on here. I'm glad he did because
pretty cool.
Yeah. But he tried to go out and film some alligators, but his signal cut out. Because that would have been cool seeing some gators.
Some gators, that would have been really cool. Like, I think that would have been really, really cool. Like, seeing some alligators like that, like almost like being there. I mean, if I was there personally, I'd be a bit scared and timid of it at first. These things are huge. I mean, that's the last thing you want is one coming after you.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about them except they are what I consider real monsters.
Yeah. They truly
alligators, bears, sharks, shit like that. Yeah, I don't only want to encounter them so close.
Yeah, and I can't blame you for saying that because you don't want to get too extremely close to those things because that could be pretty bad for you in the long run. Then I might take that all the time. Yeah. Hey, you want to come sit outside the porch for a bit? Or is it too hot? Okay. What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking maybe we could go bowling in a bit, like if we could find like Strike Zone or like AMF.
Well, I think I got to be wrapping up, dude.
All right.
But hey, thanks for hopping on, Jonah.
No
good to finally see you.
I'll get back on sometime again too.
Sounds like a great idea. I'd love to hear how things turn out for you guys.
I can give you more detail on some of these places maybe like later on. Just if you want to, just send me a message and I'll let you know more information.
Right on. And you know, you guys check anything cool out, you know, be sure to let me know on Wasted Lunch.
All right, I will.
All right, take care of yourself, brother.
You take care as well.
All right.
See you later.
Later, Jonah.
See ya.
Oh, wow. As you guys heard, yeah, I got to wrap this up. Oh, my gosh. Well, I think I'm going to die out here. Oh, my gosh. I want to thank Jonah for hopping on here. And like you guys heard, he's going to keep us updated. When him and his crew find out some more stuff, do some more exploring. Looking forward to that. Right now, it's time for me to get out of this hot-ass room now. Get back to life. Find out if my wife still hates me for making fun of this thing. So, till then, whatever you're doing, be safe at it. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see you later for some more Wasted Lunch tomorrow, all right? Bye.